bad you can blame him.
I'm going to talk a little bit about what you're going to see tonight, because it's probably very different than anything you may have seen before. What this performance is, it's a culmination of a week-long workshop I've been here leading in a technique that colloquially is called unrehearsed Shakespeare, or to use the very fancy academic term, first folio cue script technique. Unrehearsed Shakespeare is much more sexy. What this technique is, it's a harkening back to what a lot of people believe is a performance technique and is a performance aesthetic that Shakespeare's company actually used in performance. Unfortunately, we don't really know much about how Shakespeare's plays were actually performed. We know a few things, and what this is an extrapolation of those few things that we know. So again, it's not definitive by any stretch, but it's certainly as close an approximation as we can guess. So what you're seeing may be close to what was actually seen 400 years ago when this play was first done. The basis behind this technique is that Shakespeare's company would not have had time to rehearse a production the way that we rehearse a production, an extended, 3, 4, even 5-week rehearsal period, based on their performance schedule, based on lots of other technological issues. And so this theory goes, everything the actors needed to know about their relationship to the other characters, about when and where they move, about their emotional state, everything is written in the text. Absolutely everything is written in the text. It's a little Da Vinci Code thing. And this, not really, but this technique is a way to find those clues and physicalize them so that the use of a director or the use of somebody to tell everybody what to do was unnecessary. Now, there are a few things we actually do rehearse conventionally. Typically, we rehearse things that we would need to rehearse for safety and for clarity. Typically, fighting, songs or dances, if there's anything, any kind of complicated stage movement. But all of those things were staged 1 hour before the performance. Some of you came in and saw us still working on it. So all of those things have been staged very simply, but they were only staged an hour before the performance. Right? So the other fun part of this technique is you will be seeing the actors carrying around these little scrolls, right? They're little Elizabethan teleprompters. Because the thing we do know about Shakespeare's time is that the actors did not receive a full copy of the play as they do today. That was very cost prohibitive, it was very time prohibitive. So all the actors got was a little scroll with their lines and the 4 syllables of their cue line. That's all the actors have. So consequently, that's all our actors have, is their lines and the 4 syllables preceding it. In a lot of cases, they don't know who their scene partner is in. In some cases, they don't even know who's playing which part. Right. Now again, that's not necessarily something Shakespeare's company did, that's something we do for fun. But again, what you're going to be seeing is the very first time that this group of people are doing this play in this order, ever. Right? So there will be some very interesting discoveries, there will be some fun things made. Right? So again, that's what the cue scripts, the scrolls are for. Now, we do have a couple of fail-safes in case anything happens to go awry, because that happens sometime with this technique. So we have a couple of fail-safes. We plastered all over the building, in the hallways and back in the hall and backstage, we have little charts that we call plats. And a plat is basically a chart of the act and scene and all of the entrances and exits in that scene. So an actor can figure out where we are in the sequence of events as well as how soon until their next entrance, so we can gaze about where things are. The other fail-safe, and it's a very, very important fail-safe, is our friend Deb sitting right here. Deb is acting as our prompter. Yes. It is a very, very, very important job. Deb is the only person in the room that has the full copy of the text. Exactly. And it will be Deb's job to make sure that everything keeps going and goes smoothly. Because once the play starts, it will not stop. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about that in a second. But it's going to be Deb's job so that if there's a pause on stage, more than about 3 or 4 seconds, that's not a physical bit or waiting for all the audience to laugh, which we hope you do, then it will be Deb's job to then start saying the next line in case an actor has lost their place. And then once that actor picks up on their line, Deb will stop. And then after about a line or two of dialogue, that actor still has not picked up on their text, it will be Deb's job to stand up and start playing that part until the actor picks it up, at which point Deb will sit down. But again, but again, the performance will not stop. Likewise, there will not be an intermission, because that brings me to the final piece of our puzzle. You, our audience, right? This is, again, an Elizabethan performance aesthetic. So we would like all of you to behave the way an Elizabethan audience would behave. So again, because there will not be an audience, an intermission, if you need to get up and stretch your legs, feel free to do so. If you need to get up and use the washroom, feel free to do so. You're not going to interrupt us. Yeah? Likewise, we encourage you to behave the way an Elizabethan audience would behave. If a character says something you like, let them know. If a character says something you don't like, let them know. If you can't hear a particular actor, let them know. I only ask that for safety's sake, you don't get up out of your seats or throw anything. I know. Insurance. So again, please, and again, but just be warned that an actor or a character may say something back. Yeah? A character may talk to you. Not at you, but to you. Right? So be warned. Right? The audience is an active participant in this, so don't feel like you have to sit back and watch. You're more than welcome to, but again, please feel free to participate actively. All right? So I think that's the end of my little spiel. So thank you all for coming. I personally would like to take a moment to thank Danette Baker for putting this together. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the Comedy of Errors Unrehearsed.
To procure my fall, and by that doom of death, end woes and all.
Merchant of Syracuse, plead no more. I am not partial to infringe our laws, the enmity and discord which of late sprung from the rancorous outrage of your Duke. To merchants, our well-dealing countrymen, who wanting guilders to redeem their lives, have sealed his rigorous statutes with their bloods. Excludes all pity from our threatening looks. For since the mortal and intestine jars twixt thy seditious countrymen and us, it hath in solemn synods been decreed, both by the Syracusans and ourselves, to admit no traffic to our adverse towns. Nay more, if any born at Ephesus be seen at any Syracusan marts and fairs, again, if any Syracusan born come to the bay of Ephesus, he dies. Unless 1,000 marks be levied to quit the penalty and to ransom him. Thy substance, valued at the highest rate, cannot amount to 100 marks. Therefore, by law, thou art condemned to die.
Yet this my comfort when your words are done, my woes end likewise with the evening sun.
Well, Syracusans, say in brief the cause why thou departest from thy native home, and for what cause thou came to Ephesus.
A heavier task could not have been imposed than I to speak my griefs unspeakable. Yet that my griefs, my world may witness that my end was wrought by nature and not by vile offense. I'll utter what my sorrow gives me leave. In Syracuse was I born, and wed unto a woman happy but for me and by me. Had not our hap been bad, with her I lived in joy. Our wealth increased by prosperous voyages that I often made to Epidamium, till my factor's death, and he great care of goods at random left, drew me from my kind embracements of my spouse, from whom my absence had not been 6 months old before herself, almost fainting under the pleasing punishment that women bear, had made provision for her following me. And soon and safe arrived where I was. There had she not been long, but she became a joyful mother of 2 goodly sons. And which was strange, the one so like the other, as could not be distinguished but by names. parents were exceeding poor, I bought and brought up to attend my sons. My wife, not meanly proud of 2 such boys, made daily motions for our home return. Unwilling, I agreed. Alas, too soon we came aboard. A league from Epidamium we had sailed, before the always window-baying deep gave any tragic instance of our harm. But longer did we not retain much hope, for what obscured light in the heavens did grant, did but convey unto our fearful minds a doubtful warrant of immediate death, which, though myself would gladly have embraced, yet the incessant weeping, weeping before them, for what she saw must come, and the piteous plainings of the poor babes that mourned for fashion, ignorant what to fear, yes, forced me to seek delays for them and me, and this it was, for other means was none. The sailors sought for their safety by our boat, and left the ship then sinking right to us. My wife, more careful of the latter born, had fastened him into a small spare mast, such as seafaring men provide for storms. To him, one of the other twins was bound, whilst I had been like heedful of the other. The children thus disposed, my wife and I, fixing our eyes on either mast and floating straight obedient to the stream, we carried towards Corinth, or so we thought. At length, the sun gazing upon the earth dispersed those vapors that offended us, and by the benefit of his wished light, the seas waxed calm, and we discovered 2 ships from far, making a name to us, of Corinth that, of Epidaurus this. But ere they came, let me say no more, gather the sequel by that weight before.
Forward, old man, do not break off so, for we may pity, though not pardon.
Had the gods done so, I had not now worthily turned the merciless to us, for ere the ships could meet by twice 5 leagues, we were encountered by a mighty rock that, which being violently borne up, our helpful ship was split in the midst. So that, in this unjust divorce of us, fortune had left to both of us alike what to delight in, what to sorrow for. Her part, poor soul, seeming as burdened with lesser weight, but not with lesser woe, was carried with more speed before the wind. And in our sight, they 3 were taken up by fishermen of Corinth, as we thought, and at length another ship had seized on us. And knowing whom it was their hap to save, gave healthful welcome to their shipwrecked guests, and would have reft the fishers of their prey, had not their back been very slow of sail, and therefore homeward did they bend their course. Thus have you heard me served from my bliss, that by misfortunes was my life prolonged to tell sad stories of my own mishaps.
And for the sake of them thou sorrowest for, do me the favor to dilate it full. What hath befallen of them and they till now?
My youngest boy and my eldest Carrot, 18 years, became inquisitive after his brother, importuned me that his attendant, so the case was like, reft of his brother but retained his name, bear him company in the quest of him, whom, whilst I labored of a love to see, I hazarded the loss of whom I loved. 5 summers have I spent in farthest Greece, roaming clean through the bounds of Asia, and the coasting homeward came to Ephesus. Hopeless to find, yet loath to leave unsought, or that, or any place that harbors men. But here must end the story of my life, and happy were I in my timely death, could all my travels warrant me they live.
Hapless Aegean, the fates have marked to bear the extremities of dire mishap. Now trust me, that not against our laws, against my crown, my oath, my dignity, which princes, were they not disannul, my soul would sue its advocate for thee. But though thou art judged to death, and past sentence may not be recalled to our honors great disparagement, I will favor thee in what I can. Therefore, merchant, I will limit thee this day to seek thy help by beneficial help. Try all the friends thou hast in Ephesus. Thank them, outward make up the sum, and live. If no, then thou art doomed to die.
Oh!
Either, play in thy custody.
I will, my lord. Hopeless and helpless, no Aegean wind, but to procrastinate his lifeless end.
Oh!
Therefore, get out, you are of epidemium, lest your goods too soon be confiscated. This very day, a Syracusian merchant is apprehended for arrival here, and not being able to buy out his life according to the statute of the town, died ere weary sun set in the west. There is your money that I had to keep.
Go, bear it to the Centaur, where we host, and stay there, Dromio, till I come to thee. Within this hour it will be dinner time. Till that, I'll view the manners of this town, peruse the traders, gaze upon the buildings, and then return and sleep within my inn. For with long travel I am stiff and weary. Get thee away.
Many a man would take you at your word, and go indeed, having so good a meat.
A trusty villain, sir, that very oft when I am dull with care and melancholy, lightens my humor with his merry jests. What, will you walk with me about the town, and then go to my inn and dine with me?
I am invited, sir, to a certain merchant of whom I hope to make much benefit. I crave your pardon. Soon at 5 o'clock, I please you, I'll meet you upon the bar, and afterward consort with you till bedtime. My present business is professional.
Farewell till then, I will go lose myself and wander up the city.
Sir, I commend you to your own content.
He that commends me to my own content commends me to a thing I cannot get.
Surprise!
I to the world am like a drop of water, that in the ocean seeks another drop, who falling there to find his fellow forth, unseen, inquisitive, confounds himself. So I, to find a mother and a brother, in quest of them, unhappy, lose myself. Here comes the almanac of my true date. How chance thou art returned so soon?
Return so soon, rather approach too late. The capon burns, the pig falls from the spit, the clock hath struck in 12 upon the bell. My mistress made it 1 upon my cheek. It is so hot because the meat is cold. The meat is cold because you come not home. You come not home because you have no stomach. You have no stomach, having broke your fast, and we that know what 'tis to fast and pray are penitent for your default today.
Stop your wind, sir. Tell me this, I pray. Where have you left the money I gave you?
Oh, 6 pence that I had Wednesday last to pay the saddle for my mistress cover. The saddle not.
I am not in a supportive humor now. Tell me, and dally not, where is the money? We are strangers here. How darest thou trust so great a charge from thine own custody?
I pray you, jester, as you sit at dinner, I from my mistress come to you in post. If I return, I shall be post indeed, for she will scour your fault upon my pate. He thinks your law, like mine, should be your cook and strike your load like a messenger.
Come, Dromio. Come, these jests are out of season. Reserve them till a merrier hour than this. Where is the gold I gave in charge to thee?
To me, sir, why you gave no gold to me?
Come on, so knave, have done your foolishness, and tell me how thou hast disposed thy charge.
My charge is but to fetch you from the mart, home to your house at Phoenix, sir, to dinner. My mistress and her sister stays for you.
Now, as I am a Christian, answer me. In what safe place you have bestowed my money?
On horse.
I shall break that merry sconce of yours that stands on tricks when I am undisposed.
Oh.
Where is the 1,000 marks thou hast of me?
I have some marks of yours upon my pate, some of my mistress' marks upon my shoulders, not 1,000 marks between you. If I should pay your worship those again, perchance you will not bear it patiently.
Thy mistress marks? What mistress slave hast thou?
Your worship's wife, my mistress at the Phoenix, she that doth fast till you come home to dinner, and prays that you will hie you home
What
to
tilt
dinner.
thou flout me thus into my face? Being forbid, take you thence.
Out!
Son eh?
What mean you, sir? For God's sake, hold your hands. Nay, and you will not, sir. I'll take to my heels.
Upon my life, by some device or other, the villain is o'erwrought of all my money. Well, they say this town is full of cousinage.
Oh.
As nimble jugglers that deceive the eye. Working sorcerers that change the mind, and soul-killing witches that disguised cheaters and prating mountebanks. And many such like liberties of sin. If it proves so, I will be gone the sooner. I'll to the centaur to go seek the slave. I greatly fear my money is not safe.
Neither my husband nor the slave returned, that in such haste I sent to seek the master. Sure, Luciana, it is 2 o'clock.
Perhaps some merchant hath invited him, and from the mart he's somewhere gone to dinner. Good sister, let us dine and never fret. A man is master of his liberty.
Damn right.
Yeah. Time is their master, and when they see time, they'll go or come. If so,
Why should their liberty than ours be more?
because their business still lies out a door.
When I serve him so, he takes it thus.
Oh, no, he is bridle of your will.
There's none but asses will be bridled so.
Headstrong liberty is lashed with woe. There's nothing situate under heaven's eye, but hath his bound in earth, in sea, in sky. The beasts and fishes and the winged fowls are their male subjects and at their controls. Man, more divine, the master of all these, Lord of the wide world and the watery seas, indeed with intellectual sense and souls of more preeminence than the fish and fowls, are masters to their females.
Ha! Right.
Then your will attend on their accord.
This servitude makes you to keep unwed.
Not for this, but troubles of the marriage bed.
Ere you wedded, you would bear some sway.
Ere I learn love, I'll practice to obey.
Now, if your husband start some other where,
Till he come home again, I would forbear.
patience unmoved, no marvel though she pause, they can make meek that have no other cause. A wretched soul, bruised with adversity, we bid be quiet when we would hear it cry. But were we burdened with like weight of pain, as much or more, we should ourselves complain. So thou that hast no unkind mate to grieve thee, with helpless urging patience would relieve me. But if thou live to see like might be reft, this fool maiden patience in thee will be left.
Well, I will marry one day, but to try. Oh, here comes your man. Now is your husband nigh.
Say! Is your tardy master now at hand?
Nay, he's at 2 hands with me, and that my 2 ears can witness.
Say, didst thou speak with him? Knowest thou his mind?
Aye, he told his mind upon my ear. Through his hand, I scarce could understand it.
Spake he so doubtfully, thou couldst not feel his meaning.
Nay, he struck so plainly, I could too well feel his blows, and withal so doubtfully that I scarce could understand them.
But say, I pray thee, is he
Couple bad, but sure he is so bad. When I desired him to go home to dinner, he asked me for 100 marks in gold. "'Tis dinner time," quoth I, "my gold," quoth he. "Your meat shall burn," quoth I, "my gold," quoth he. "1,000 marks I gave thee, villain." "My gold." "He's burned," "my gold," quoth he. "My mistress, sir," quoth I, "hang up thy mistress, I know not thy mistress, out on my mistress."
Quoth who?
Quoth my master, I know, quoth he, no house, no life, no mistress, so that my errand due unto my tongue, I thank him, I bear home upon my shoulders, for in conclusion he did beat me there.
Go back again, thou slave, and fetch him home.
Go back again and be new beaten home, for God's sake, send some other messenger.
Back, slave, or I will break thy pate across.
And he went lessy cross with other beating.
Hence, prating peasant, fetch thy master home.
Am I so wrong with you as you with me, that like a football you do spurn me thus, you spurn me hence, and he will spurn me hither. If I last in this service, you must case me in leather.
Why, how impatient lowereth in your face.
His company must do his minion's grace, whilst I at home starve for a merry look. Hath only age the alluring beauty took from my poor cheek? Then hath he wasted it. Are my discourses dull, barren my wit? If voluble and sharp discourse be marred, unkindness blunts it more than marble hard. Do their gay vestments his affections bait? It's not my fault. He's master of my state. These are in me that can be found by him not ruined. Then is he the ground of my defeatures, my decayed fare. The sunny look of his would soon repair. But too unruly dear, he breaks the pale and feeds from home, for I am but his stale.
Self-harming jealousy, fine, beat it hence.
Unfeeling fools can with such wrongs dispense. I know his eye doth homage otherwhere, or elsewhere lets it, but he would be here. Sister, you know he promised me a chain. With that alone a love he would detain, so he would keep fair quarto with his bed. I see the jewel enamel that will lose his beauty, that the gold bides still, that others touch. And often touching will, where gold and no man that hath a name, by falsehood and corruption doth it shame. Since that my beauty cannot please his eye, I'll weep what's left away, and weeping die.
Oh. How many fond fools serve mad jealousy?
The gold that Dromio gave me is laid up safe at the Centaur. And the heedful slave has wandered forth in care to seek me out by computation in my own host's report. I could not speak with Dromio since at first I sent him to the mart. Oh, see, here he comes. How now, sir? Is your merrier humor altered? As you love stroke, so jest with me again. You know no centaur, you received no gold. Your mistress sent me to go home to dinner. My house was at the Phoenix. Wast thou mad? That thou thus madly thou didn't answer me?
What answer, sir? When spake I such a word?
Even now, even here, even half hour since.
I did not see you since you sent me hence home to the Centaur with the gold you gave me.
Villain, thou didst deny the gold receipt and toldest me of the mistress and the dinner, for which I hope thou feltest I was displeased.
I am glad to see you in this merry vein. What means this jest? I pray you, master, tell me.
Hey, dost thou jeer and flout me in the teeth? Thinkest I jest? Hold, take thee that, and that!
Now your jest is earnest. Upon what bargain do you give it me?
Because that I familiarly sometimes do use you for my fool and chat with you, your sauciness will jest upon my love, and make a common of my serious hours. When the sun shines, let foolish gnats make sport, but creep in crannies when he hides his beams. If you will jest with me, know my aspect, and fashion your demeanor to my looks, or I will beat this method in your sconce.
Sconce, call you it. So you would leave battering, I would rather have it ahead. And if you use these blows long, I must get a sconce for my head. And ensconce it too, or else I shall see But I pray you, sir, why am I beaten?
Dost thou not know?
Nothing, sir, but that I am beaten.
Shall I tell you why?
Aye, sir, and wherefore? For they say every why hath a wherefore.
Why, first for flouting me, and then wherefore for urging it the second time to me.
Was there ever any man thus beaten out of season, when in the why and the wherefore there is neither rhyme nor reason? Well, sir, I thank you.
Thank me, sir, for what?
Marry, sir, for this something that you gave me for nothing.
I'll make you amends next to give you nothing for something, but say, sir, is it dinner time?
No, sir, I think the meat wants that I have.
In good time, sir, what's that?
Basting.
Well, sir, then it will be dry.
If it be, sir, I pray you eat none of it,
Your reason?
lest it make you choleric and purchase me another dry basting.
Well, sir, learn to jest in good time. There's time for all things.
I durst have denied that before you were so choleric.
By what rule, sir?
Marry, sir, by a rule as plain as the plain bald pate of Father Time himself.
Let's hear it.
There's no time for a man to recover his hair that grows bald by nature.
May he not do it in fine and recovery?
Yes, to pay a fine for a periwig and recover the lost hair of another man.
Why is time such a niggard of hair, being, as it is, so plentiful in excrement?
Because it is a blessing that he bestows on beasts, and when he hath scant what he hath scant them in hair, he hath given them in wit.
Why, but there's many a man hath more hair than wit.
Not a man of those, but he that hath the wit to lose his hair.
Why, thou did conclude hairy men plain dealers without wit.
The plainer the dealer, the sooner lost. Yet he loseth it in a kind of jolly.
For what reason?
For two, and sound ones too.
Nay, not sound, I pray you.
Sure ones then.
Nay, not sure in a thing falsing.
Certain ones then.
Name it.
The one to save the money that he spends in trine, the other that dinner they should not drop in his porridge.
You would all this time have proved there is no time for all things.
Marry and did, sir, namely, and no time to recover hair lost by nature.
But your reason was not substantial. Why, there is no time to recover.
Thus I mend it. Time himself is bald, and therefore to the world's end will have bald followers.
I knew it would be a bald conclusion. What's up? Who walks us yonder?
I, Antipholus, look strange and frown. Some other mistress hath thy sweet aspects. I am not Adriana, nor thy wife. Time was once when thou unurged wouldst vow that never words were music to thine ear, never object more pleasing to thine eye, never touch well welcome to thy hand, and never meat sweet savour in thy taste unless I spake, or looked, or touched, or carved to thee. How comes it now, my husband, oh, how comes it that thou art then estranged from thyself? Thyself, I call it, being strange to me, that undividable, incorporate, and better than thy new self's better part. Do not tear away thyself from me, for, no, my love, easy mayest thou fall a drop of water in the breaking gulf, and take unmingled thence that drop again without addition or diminishing, and take away from me thyself, and not me too. How dearly would it touch me to the quick, should thou but hear I were licentious, and that this body consecrates to thee, my lust should be contaminate. Wouldst thou not spit at me, and spurn me, and hurl the name of husband in my face, and tear the stained skin off my harlot brow, and from my false hand cut the wedding ring, and break it with a deep devouring vow? I know thou canst, and therefore see thou do it. I am possessed of an
every word by all wit being scanned, once wit to all one word to understand.
Fie, brother, how the world has changed with you. When were you want to use my sister thus? She sent for you by Romeo home to dinner.
By Dromio?
By me? By thee! And this thou didst return from him, that he did buffet thee, and that his blows denied my house, and he for his wife.
Did you converse, sir, with this gentlewoman, which is the course and drift of your compact?
Aye, sir. I never saw her till this time.
Villain, thou liest, for even her very words thou did deliver to me on the mark.
I never spake with her in all my life.
Well, how can she thus then call us by her names unless by inspiration?
How ill it agrees with your gravity to counterfeit thus grossly with your slave, begging him to thwart me in my mood. Be it my wrong, you are from the exempt, but wrong not that wrong with more contempt. Come, I will fasten on this the sleeve of thine. Thou art an elm, my husband, I a vine, whose weakness compared to thy stranger state makes me with thy strength to communicate. If aught possess thee from me, it is dross, usurping ivy, briar, or idle moss, who all for want of pruning with intrusion.
To me she speaks, and she moves me for her theme. Was I married to her in a dream? Or sleep I now and think I hear all this? Well, whatever drives our eyes and ears amiss, until I know this uncertainty, I'll entertain the freed fallacy. I think thou art in the middle, and so am I.
Romeo, go bid the servants spread for dinner.
Oh, for my beads, I cross me for a sinner. This is the fairyland. Oh, spite of spites. We walk with goblins, owls, and sprites. If we obey them not, this will ensue. They'll suck our breath, or pinch us black and blue.
Why prayest thou to thyself and answer not? Romeo, thou snail, thou slug, thou stot.
I am transformed, master, am I not?
I think thou art in mind, and so am I.
Nay, master, both in mind and in my shape.
Thou hast thy own form.
No, I am an ape.
If thou art changed to aught, 'tis to an ass.
'Tis true, she rides me, and I long for grass. So, I am an ass, or else it could never be, but I should know her as well as she knows me.
I will no longer be a fool to put the finger in mine eye and weep, whilst this man and master laugh my woes to scorn. Come to dinner. Sir, come to dinner. Romeo, keep the gate. Husband, I'll dine with you above today and shrive you of 1,000 idle pranks. Sirrah, if any ask you for your master, say he dines forth, and let no creature enter. Come, sister. Romeo, play the porter well.
Am I in heaven, earth, or hell? Speaking or walking, mad or well advised, knowing unto these or to myself disguised. I'll say as they say, and persever so, and in the midst at all adventures go.
Master, shall I be porter at the gate?
Aye, and let none enter, lest I break thy pate.
Come, Antipholus, we dine too late.
Good Signor Angelo, you must excuse us all. My wife is shrewish when I keep not hours. Say that I lingered with you at your shop while to see the making of her carcanet, and that tomorrow you will bring it home. But here's a villain that would face me down. He met me at the mart, and that I beat him and charged him with 1,000 marks in gold, and that I did deny my wife and house. Thou drunkard, thou! What didst thou mean by this?
Say what you will, sir, but I know that you beat me at the march. I have your hand to show. If his skin were parchment and he blows you gave her ink, your own handwriting would tell you what you think.
I think thou art an ass.
Marry, so wrongs I suffer and the blows I bear, I should kick, being kicked, and beat at that pass. You would keep from my heels and beware of an ass.
You're sad, Signor Balthazar! Pray God our cheer may answer my goodwill and your good welcome here.
I hold your dainties cheap, sir, and your welcome deep.
Oh, Signor Balthazar, either at flesh or fish, a table full of welcome makes scarce one dainty dish.
Good meat, sir, is common that every churl affords.
And welcome more common, for that's nothing but words.
Small cheer and great welcome makes a merry feast.
Aye, to a niggardly host and more sparing guest. But though my cates be mean, take them in good part. Better cheer may you have, but not with better heart. But soft, my door is locked. Go bid them let us in.
Maud, Bridget, Mary, and Cicely, Ginny, and Jin.
Walters, Cape, and Coxcomb, idiot patch. Either get thee from the door or sit down at the hatch. Dost thou conjure for witches that it calls for such store? When one is one too many, go get thee from the door.
What patch is made our porter? My master stays in the streets.
Let him walk from whence he came, lest he catch a cold on his feet.
Who talks within there? Ho! Open the door!
Right, sir, I'll tell you when, and you'll tell me wherefore.
Wherefore? For my dinner, I've not dined this day.
Nor today here, you must not come again when you may.
What art thou that keep'st me from out from the house I owe?
The porter for this time, sir, and my name is Dromio.
Oh, villain! Thou hast stolen both mine office and my name. The one ne'er got me credit, the other mickle blame. If thou hadst been Dromio today in my place, thou wouldst have changed thy face for a name, or thy name for an ass.
Oh, what coil is there, Dromio? Who are those at the gate?
Now let my master in loose.
Oh, faith, no. He comes too late, so tell your master.
Oh, Lord, I must laugh. How at you with a proverb shall I set in my staff?
Have at you with another that's win. Can you tell?
If thy name be called Loose, Loose thou hast answered him well.
But do you hear you? Do you hear you, minion? You'll let us in, I hope?
I thought to have asked you.
And you said no.
So come help well struck. There was blow for blow.
Thou baggage, let me in!
Oh, can you tell for whose sake?
What, master, knock the door hard.
Let him knock till it ache.
You'll cry for this, minion, if I beat the door down.
Oh, wait, what needs all that in a pair of stocks in the town?
Oh, who is at the door? He keeps all this noise.
By my troth, your town is troubled with unruly boys.
Are you there, wife? You might have come before.
Wife? Your wife's surname? Go get you from the door.
If you went in pain, master, this knave would go sore.
Here is neither cheer nor sir nor welcome. We would fain have either.
In debating which was best, we shall part with neither.
They stand at the door, master. Bid them welcome hither.
There is something in the wind that we cannot get in.
If you would so say so, master, if your garments within. Your cake here is warm within. You stand here in the cold. It would make a man mad as a butt to be so bought and sold.
Go, fetch me something. I'll break ope the gate.
Break any break in here, and I'll break your name's cake.
A man may break a word with yours, sir, and words of it wind. I would break it in your face, so he break it not behind.
And see out before behind.
Here's too much out upon thee. I pray thee, let me in.
I, when fowls have no feathers, and fish have no fin.
Well, I'll break it in. Go borrow me a crow.
A crow without feather, master, mean you so? For a fish without a fin, there's a fowl without a feather. If a crow help us in, sir, I'll pluck a crow together.
Go, get thee gone, fetch me an iron crow.
Have patience, sir. Oh, let it not be so. Herein, you war against your reputation, and draw within the compass of suspect the unviolated honor of your wife. Once this, your long experience of your wisdom, her virtue, years, and modesty, plead on your part some cause to you unknown. And doubt not, sir, but she will well excuse why at this time the doors are made against you. But be ruled by me, depart in patience, and let us to the tiger all to And about evening, come yourself alone to know the reason of this strange restraint. If by strong hand you offered a break-in, now in the stirring of the passage of day, a vulgar comment will be made of it. And that supposed by the common route, against your yet ungalled estimation, that may, with foul intrusion, enter in and dwell upon your grave when you are dead. For slander lives upon succession, forever housed where it gets possessions.
You have prevailed. I will depart in quiet, and, in despite of mirth, mean to be merry. I know a wench, both mean and merry. She's excellent of discourse, pretty and witty, wild and yet too gentle. There will we dine. This woman, I mean my wife, but I protest without dessert, hath oft time upbraided me withal. Yeah. To her will we dine this night to dinner. Get you home, fetch the chain, which by this I note is made. Bring it, I pray, to the Porpentine, for there's the house. That chain will I bestow, be it for nothing but to spite my wife, upon mine hostess there. Should she, upon the hostess there. Good sir, make haste! Since mine own doors refuse to entertain me, I'll knock elsewhere. Disdain me.
Don't place on our hands.
Do so. This jest shall cost me some expense.
And may it be that you have quite forgot your husband's office. Shall Antipholus, even in the spring of love, thy love spring rot? Shall love and buildings grow so ruinate? If you did wed my sister for her wealth, then her wealth's sake, use her for kindness. Or if you like elsewhere, do it by stealth. Muffle your false love with some show of blindness. Let not my sister read it in your eye. Beat not thy tongue, thy own shame's order. Look sweet, speak fair. Become disloyalty, apparel vice like virtue's harbinger. Bear a fair presence, though your heart be tainted. Teach, shine the carriage of a holy saint. Be secret, false, what need should be acquainted? What simple thief brags of his own attained? 'Tis double wrong to true him with your bed, and let her read it in thy looks at board. Shame hath a bastard well managed. Ill deed is with the evil in the world. Alas, poor women, make us not believe, being compact of credit, that you love us. Though others have the arm, show us the sleeve. We in your motion turn, and you may move us. Then, gentle brother, get you again. Comfort my sister, cheer her, call her wise. 'Tis holy sport to be a little vain when the sweet breath of flattery conquers strife.
Sweet mistress, what your name is, else I know not. Nor by what wonder you do hit of mine. Less in your knowledge, your grace, you show not. Then our earth's wonder more than earth divine. Teach me, dear creature, how to think and speak. Lay open to my earth's gross conceit, smothered in errors, feeble, shallow, weak, the folded meaning of your word's deceit. Against my soul's pure truth, why labor you to make it wander in an unknown field? Are you God? Would you create me new? Transform me, and to your power I'll yield. But if that I am I, then will I know your weeping sister is no wife of mine, nor to her bed no homage do I owe. Fair more, to you do I decline. Oh, train me, not, sweet mermaid, with thy note, to drown me in thy sister's flood of tears. Sing siren for thyself. And I will dote, spread over the silver waves, the golden hairs. And as a bud, I will take thee and there lie, and in that glorious supposition think. He gains by death that such means to die. Let love, being light, be drowned if she sink.
What, are you mad that you like it so?
Oh, not mad, but mated. How? I do not know.
Ism's fault that springeth from your eye.
For gazing on your beams fair sunbeam by.
Gaze when you should, and that will clear your sight.
As good as wink, sweet love, as look on one night.
Why call you me love? Call my sister so.
Thy sister's sister.
That's my sister.
No, 'tis thyself. My own sweet self's better part, my eye's clearer eye, my dear heart's dearer heart, my food, my fortune, my sweet hope's aim, my soul, earth's heaven, and my heaven's claim.
All this my sister is, or else should be.
Call thyself sister sweet, for I and thee will I love. With thee lead my life. Thou hast no husband yet, and nor I no wife. Give me thy hand.
Sir, hold you still. I'll fetch my sister to get her goodwill.
What? How now, Dromio, where runnest thou so fast?
Do you know me, sir? Am I Dromio? Am I your man? Am I myself?
Thou art Dromio. Thou art my man. Thou art thyself.
I am an ass. I am a woman's man, and besides myself.
What woman's man, and how beside thyself?
Marry, sir, besides myself, I am due to a woman, one that claims me, one that haunts me, one that would have me.
Woo! What claims lays she to thee?
Marry, sir, such a claim as you would lay to your horse, and she would have me as a beast. Not that I, being a beast, she would have me, but that she, being a very beastly creature, lays claim to me.
Oh! What is she?
A very reverent body, I such a one as a man may not speak of, without he say, sir, reverence. I have but lean luck in the match, and yet she is a wondrous fat marriage.
How dost thou mean a fat marriage?
Marry, sir, she's the kitchen witch, and all grease, and I know not what use to put her to, but to make a lamp of her, and to run her worm after her light. I warrant her rags and the tallow in them will burn a hole in winter. If she lives till doomsday, she'll burn a week longer than the whole world.
What complexion is she of?
Swart, like my shoe. But her face, nothing like so clean cut. For why? She sweats a man may go o'er shoes in the grime of it.
Well, that's a fault the water will mend.
No, sir, 'tis in the grave. Noah's flood could not do it.
What's her name?
Now, sir, but her name is 3/4. That's an L and 3/4. We'll not measure her from hip to hip.
Then she bears some breath?
No longer from head to foot than from hip to hip. She is spherical, like a globe. I could find out countries in her.
In what part of her body stands Ireland?
Mary, sir, in her buttocks. I found it out by the bogs.
Where's Scotland?
I found it out by the Baroness, hard in the palm of the hand.
Where's France?
In her forehead, armed and reverted, making war against her hand.
Where England?
I looked for the chalk cliffs, but I could find no whiteness in them. But I guess it's chin by the salt room that ran between France and it.
Where's Spain?
Faith, I saw it not, but I felt it hot in her breath.
Where America, the Indies?
Oh, sir, upon her nose all o'er embellished with rubies, carbuncles, declining their rich aspect to the hot breath of Spain, who set whole armados of carrots to be belliced at her nose.
Where stood Belgium, the Netherlands?
Oh, sir, I did not look so low. To conclude this drudge, her diviner laid claim to me, called me Romeo, swore I was assured to her, told me what privy marks I had about me, as the mark of my shoulder, the mole on my neck, the wart on my left arm, that I, amazed, ran from her as a witch. And I think if my breast had not been made of faith and my heart of steel, she had transformed me into a curdled dog and made me turn the wheel.
Go hide thee presently, post to the road, and in the wind blow away from the shore. I will not harbor in this town tonight. If any bark put forth, come to the mart, where I will walk till thou returns to me. If everyone knows us, and we know none, 'tis time I think to drudge pack and be gone.
As from a bear, a man would run for life, so fly I from her that would be my wife.
There are none but witches do inhabit here. Therefore 'tis high time that I were hence. She that doth call me husband, even my soul doth for a wife abhor. But her fair sister protests with such a gentle sovereign grace, of such enchanting presence and discourse, hath almost made me traitor to myself. But least myself being guilty of self-wrong, I'll stop mine ears against the mermaid's song.
Master Antipholus.
That's my name.
I know it well, sir. Oh, here's the chain. I felt to obtain you at the Porpentine. The chain unfinished made me stay thus long.
What is you will that I shall do with this?
What please you, sir, I have made it for you.
Made it for me, sir. I bespoke it not.
Not once, nor twice, but 20 times you have. Go home with it and please your wife withal, and soon at supper time I'll visit you, and then receive my money for the chain.
I pray you, sir, receive the money now. I fear you will never receive chain nor money more.
You are a merry man, sir. Fare you well.
What should I think of this? I cannot tell. But this I think, there is no man is so vain that would refuse so fair an offered chain. I see a man here needs not live by shifts when in the streets he meets such golden gifts. Out to the mark, and there for Dromio stay. If any ship put out, then straight away.
You know, sir, since Pentecost the sum is due, and since I have not much importuned you, now had I not, but that I am bound to Persia, and want guilders for my voyage. Therefore, make present satisfaction, or I'll tax you by this officer.
This
officer.
Just the sum that I do owe to you is going to me by Antipholus, and in the instant I met with you, he had of me a chain at 5 o'clock. I shall receive the money for the same. Please, if you walk with me down to his house, I will discharge my bounds, and thank you too.
The labor may you save. See where he comes.
While I go to the goldsmith's house, go thou and buy a rope's end. That I will bestow upon my wife and their confederates for locking me out of my doors by day. But soft, I see the goldsmith. Get thee gone. Buy thou a rope and bring it home to me.
I buy £1,000 a year, I buy a rope.
A man's well hold up the trusts to you. I promised your presence and the chain, and but neither came. But our goldsmith, and neither came to me. Belike you thought our love would last too long if it were chained together, and therefore came not.
Saving your merry humor, here's the note. How much your chain weighs to the utmost carat, the finesse of the gold and chargeful fashion, which doth amount to 3 odd ducats more, then I stand indebted to this gentleman. I pray you see him presently discharged, for he's bound to sea and stays but for it.
I'm not furnished with the present money. Besides, I have some business business in the town, good signor. Take the stranger to my house, and with you take the chain and bid my wife disperse the sum on the receipt thereof. Perchance I will be there as soon as you.
Then you will bring the chain to her yourself.
No, bear it with you, lest I come not in time enough.
Well, sir, I will have you the chain about you.
And if I have not, sir, I hope you have, or else you may return without your money.
Nay, come, I pray you, sir, give me that chain. Both wind and tide stays for this gentleman, and I to blame have held him here too long.
Good Lord, you use this dalliance to excuse your breach of promise to the Porpentine. I should have chid you for not bringing it, but like a shrew, you first begin to brawl.
The hour steals on. I pray you, sir, dispatch.
You hear how he importunes me. The chain!
What? Why give it to my wife and fetch your money?
Come, you know I gave it to you even now. Either send the chain or send me by some token.
Fine, now you run this humor out of breath. Come, where's the chain? I pray you, let me see it.
My business cannot brook this dalliance. Good sir, say where your answer be, or no. If not, I'll leave you to this officer.
I answer you? What should I answer you?
The money that you owe me for the chain.
I owe you none till I receive the chain.
You know I gave it to you half an hour since.
You gave me none! You wrong me much to say so.
You wrong me more, sir, in denying it. Consider how it stands upon my credit.
Well, officer, arrest him. At my suit.
I do. I charge you in the Duke's name to obey me.
This touches me in reputation. Either consent to pay this sum for me, or I attach you by this officer.
Consent to pay thee that I never had. Arrest me, foolish fellow, if thou darest.
Here is thy fee. Arrest him, officer. I would not spare my brother in this case if he should scorn me so apparently.
I do arrest you, sir, here in the suit.
I do obey thee, till I give thee bail, but sirrah, you shall buy this sport as dear as all the metal in your shop will answer.
Sir, I shall have law in Ephesus to your notorious shame. I doubt it not.
Master, there's a bark of epidemium that stays till her owner comes aboard, and then, sir, she bears away. Our frottage, sir, I have conveyed aboard, and I have brought the oil, the balsamum, the aqua vitae. The ship is in her trim. The wind merry blows fair from the land. They stay not for all, but for their owner, master, and yourself.
How now, a madman? Why, thou peevish sheep! What ship of epidemian stays for me?
A ship you sent me to hire waftage.
Thou drunken slave! I sent thee for a rope and told thee to that purpose, and to what end?
You sent me for a rope's end as soon as you sent me to the bay, sir, for a bark.
I will debate this matter at more leisure, and teach your ears to list me with more heed. To Adriana, villain, hide thee straight. Give her this key, and tell her in the desk that cover o'er with Turkish tapestry, there's a purse of ducats. Let her, oh dear God, let her send it. Let her send it. Tell her I am arrested in the street, and that shall bail me. Hie thee, slave, be gone! On, officer, to the prison till it come.
To Adriana, that is where we dined, where Dousabel did claim me for her husband. She is too big, I hope, for me to compass. Thither I must, although against my will, for servants must their master's minds fulfill.
Ah, Luciana, did he tempt thee so? Mightest thou perceive austerity in his eye, and he plead in earnest yea or no? Looked he red or pale, sad or merry? What observation makest thou in this case? Oh, his heart's beating, ears tilting in his face.
First, he denied you had in him no right.
He meant he did me none more my spite.
Then swore that he was a stranger here.
And true he swore, though yet forsworn he were.
Then I pleaded for you.
And what said he?
That love I begged for you,
fair?
Have patience, I beseech.
I cannot, nor I will not hold me still. My tongue, but not my heart, shall have his will. He is deformed, crooked, old, sear, ill-faced, worse-bodied, shapeless everywhere. Vicious, ungentle, foolish, blunt, unkind, stigmatical in making, worse in mind.
Who would be jealous then of such a one? No evil lost and wailed.
But I think him better than I say, and yet would herein others' eyes were worse. Far from her heart, far from her nest, the lapwing cries away. My heart prays for him, though my tongue do curse.
Here goes the desk.
Here go the desk, the purse. Sweet, now make haste.
How hast thou lost thy breath?
By running fast.
Where is thy master, Dromio? Is he well?
No, he's in Tartar's limbo, worse than hell. A devil in an everlasting garment hath him, on whose hard heart is buttoned up with steel, a fiend, a fairy, pitiless and rough, a wolf, nay worse, a fellow all in buff, a back friend, a shoulder, a clapper, and one that countermands the passages of allies, creeks, and narrow lands. A hound that runs counter, and yet draws dry foot well. One that before judgment carries poor souls to hell.
Why, man, what is the matter?
I do not know the matter. He is rested on the case.
What, is he arrested? Tell me at whose suit.
I know not at whose suit he is arrested well, but in a suit of buff which rested him, that I can tell. Will you send him master's redemption of the money in the desk?
Go, fetch it, sister. Yes, I wonder at. Thus, he allowed to should be in debt. Tell me, was he rested on a band?
Not on a band, but on a stronger thing. A chain, a chain. Do you not hear it ring?
What? The chain?
No, no, the bell. 'Tis time that I were gone. It was 2 ere I left him, and now the clock strikes 1.
The hours come back that never did I hear.
Oh yes, if any hour meet a sergeant, turns back very fear.
As if time were in debt, how fondly dost thou reason?
Time is a very bankrupt and owes more than he's worth to seize it. Nay, he's a thief too. Have you not heard men say that time comes stealing on by night and day? If I be in debt and theft, and a sergeant in the way, hath he not reason to turn back an hour in a day?
Go, Dromio. There's money, bear it straight, and bring thy master home immediately. Come, sister, I am pressed down with conceit, my comfort, and my injury.
There is not a man I meet but doth salute me, as if I was her well-acquainted friend. And everyone doth call me by my name.
Antipholus!
Hey, some tender me money, some invite me, some other give me thanks for kindness, some offer me commodities to buy. Even now, a tailor called me into his shop, showed me silks he had bought for me, and therewithal took measure of my body. Woo! So sure these things are imaginary wiles, and Lapland sorcerers abide here. Have it here.
Master, here's the gold you sent me for. What, have you got the picture of old Adam new apparel?
What gold is this? What Adam dost thou mean?
Not that Adam that kept the paradise, but that Adam that keeps the prison. He goes in the calf's skin and was killed for the prodigal. He that came behind you, sir, like an evil angel, and bid you forsake your liberty.
I understand thee not.
No? Why, 'tis a plain case. He that went like a base vial in a case of leather. The man, sir, that when gentlemen are tired, gives them a sob and rests them, sir, and takes pity on decayed men, and gives them suits of durance, that he sets up his rest, and to give more exploits with his mace than a Moor's pipe.
What thou meanest an officer?
I, sir, the sergeant of the band, he that brings any man to answer it, that breaks his band, one that thinks a man always to bed and says, God give you good rest.
Well, sir, there rest your foolery. Is there any ships put forth tonight? May we be gone?
Why, sir, I brought you word an hour since that the bark of expedition put forth tonight, and then you were hindered by the sergeant to tarry for the hoy delay. Here are the angels that you sent for to deliver you.
This fellow is distracted, so am I. And here we wander in illusion. Some blessed power deliver us from hence.
Well met, Master Antipolis. I see, sir, you have found the gold chain. The goldsmith now, is that the chain you promised me today?
Satan avoid! I charge thee, tempt me not!
Master, is this Mistress Satan?
It is the devil!
Nay, she is worse. She is the devil's dam. And here she comes in the habit of a light wench. And thereof comes that the witches say, God damn me. That's as much to say, God make me a light witch. It is written, they appear to men like angels of light. Light is an effect of fire, and fire will burn. Ergo, light witches will burn. Come not near her.
Your man and you are marvelous merry, sir. Will you go with me? We'll bid our dinner here.
Master, if you expect spoon meat or bespeak a long spoon.
Why, Dromio?
Mary, he must have a long spoon that must eat with the devil.
Avoid thee, friend fiend. Why tellest thou me of supping? Thou art, as you are all a sorceress. I conjure thee, be gone!
Give me the ring of mine you had at dinner, or for my diamond, the chain you promised me, and I'll be gone, sir, and trouble you not.
Some devils ask but for the parings of one's nail, a rush, a hair, a drop of blood, a pin, a nut, a cherry stone. But she, more courteous, would have a chain. Master, be wise. If you give it her, the devil will shake her chain and fright us with it.
I pray you, sir, my ring, or else the chain. I hope you do not mean to cheat me, sir.
Avent, thou witch! Come, Dromio, let us go.
Fly cried, says the peacock, mistress that you know.
Aww.
Now, out of doubt, Antipholus is mad. Else would he never so demean himself. And for a ring he hath of mine worth 40 ducats, and for the same he promised me a chain. But one and other he denies me now. The reason I gather he is mad, besides this present instance of rage, is the mad tale he told today at dinner of his own doors being shut against his interests. Belike his wife acquainted with his fits, on purpose shut the doors against his way. My way is now to hie home to his house and tell his wife that being lunatic, he rushed into my house and took perforce my ring away. This course I fittest choose, for 40 ducats is too much to lose.
Good girl!
Fear me not, man. I will not break away. I'll give thee, ere I leave thee, so much money to warrant thee as I am rested for. My wife is in a wayward mood today, and will not lightly trust the messenger that I should be attached in Ephesus. I tell you, 'twill sound harshly in her ears. Oh, here comes my man! I think he brings me monies. How now, sir? Have you that which I sent you for?
Here's that I warrant will pay them all.
But where's the money?
Why, sir, I gave the money for the rope.
500 ducats!
Sir, 500 at the rate.
To what end did I bid thee hie thee home?
To the rope's end, sir, and to that end am I returned.
And to that end I will welcome you.
Good sir, be patient.
Nay, 'tis for me to be patient. I'm in adversity. adversity.
Hold thy tongue.
Then he'd rather persuade him to hold his hand.
Thou whoresome, senseless villain!
I would I were senseless, sir, that I might not feel your blows.
Thou art senseless in nothing but blows, and so is an ass.
I am an ass indeed. You may prove it by my long years. I have served him from the hour of my nativity to this instant, and have nothing at his hands for my service but blows. When I am cold, he heats me with beating. When I am warm, he cools me with beating. And wakes me when I sleep, raised me when I sit, driven out of doors that I go from home, welcomed home with it when I return. I bear it on my shoulders as a beggar winter rat, and I think when he hath maimed me, I shall beg from it.
I have begged from it door to door.
But come, go along, my wife is coming yonder.
Mistress, respect your end, or rather, like the parrot, the prophecy of the parrot, where hopes end.
Wilt thou still talk?
It's not enough.
His incivility confirms no less. Good Dr. Pinch, you are a conjurer. Establish him in his true sense again, and I will please you what you will demand.
Alas, how fiery and how sharp he looks.
Mark how he trembles in his ecstasy.
Give me your hand, let me feel your pulse.
And there's my hand, and I let it feel your ear.
I charge thee, Satan, warehouse within this man, to yield possession to my holy prayers, and to thy state of darkness hide thee straight. I conjure thee all the saints in heaven.
Peace, doting wizard, please, I'm not mad.
Oh, that thou wert not poor distressed soul.
You minion, you! Are these your customers? Did this companion with the saffron face? Did this companion with the saffron face reveal and revel and feasted at my house today? Whilst upon me the guilty doors were shut, and I denied to enter in my house.
Oh, husband, God doth know you dined at home. Where would you have remained until this time, free from these slanders and this open shame?
Dine at home! Thou villain, what sayest thou?
So to say you did not dine at home.
Were not my doors locked up, and I shut out?
And your doors were locked and you shut out.
And did not she herself revile me there?
Sans fable, she herself reviled you there.
Did not her kitchen maid rail, taunt, and scorn me?
Certain she did, the kitchen vestal scorned you.
And did I, in a rage, depart from thence?
In verity you did, my God's best witness since
Of his reign.
Is good suited in these contraries? It is no shame the fellow finds his vein, and yielding to him humors wells his frenzy.
Thou hast suborned the goldsmith to arrest me.
Alas, I sent you money to redeem you by Romeo here, who came in haste for it.
money by me, heart and goodwill you might, but surely master not a rag of money.
Went'st not thou to her for a purse of ducats?
He came to me and I delivered it.
And I am witness with her that she did.
I'll make a bear me witness that I was sent for nothing but a rope.
Mistress above man and master is possessed. I know it by their pale and deadly looks. They must be bound and hot laid in some dark room.
Say, wherefore didst thou lock me forth today? And why didst thou deny the bag of gold?
I did not, gentle husband, lock thee forth.
Gentle master, I received no gold, but I confess, sir, that ye were locked out.
Dissembling villain, that villain thou speaks false in this.
Dissembling harlot, thou art false in all, and art confederate with a damned pact to make a loathsome, abject scorn of me. But with these nails I'll pluck out these false eyes that would behold in me this shameful sport.
Oh, mind him, let him not come near me!
Lord, help me, the scene is strong.
What? Will you murder me? Thou jailer, thou! I'm my prisoner! Wilt thou suffer me to make a rescue?
Masters, let him go! He is my prisoner, and you shall not have him!
Don't mind this man, he is
frantic too. Oh, what wilt thou do, peevish officer? What hast thou delighted to see a wretched man do outrage and displeasure to himself?
He is my prisoner. If I let him go, the debt he owes will be required of me.
I will discharge thee ere I go from thee. Bear me forthwith unto his creditor, and knowing how the debt grows, I will pay it. Good master doctor, see him safe conveyed home to my house. Oh, most unhappy day!
Oh, most unhappy strumpet! Go on thee, villain! Wherefore dost thou madden me?
Will you be bound for nothing? Be mad, good master, cry the devil.
God help poor souls, how idly did they talk.
Oh, bear him hence. Sister, go you with me. Say now, whose suit is he arrested at?
One Angelo, a goldsmith. Do you know?
I know the man. What is he what is the sum he owes?
200 ducats.
Say how gross it too.
Due for a chain your husband had from him.
He did bespeak a chain for me, but had it not.
When your husband, all enraged today, came to my house and took away my ring. The ring I saw upon his finger now, straight after I did beat him with a chain.
It may be so, but I could never see it. Come, jailer, bring me to where the goldsmith is. I long to know the truth hereof at large.
God, for thy mercy,
They are loose again.
Take it toward left. More help.
I see these witches are afraid of swords.
She that would be your wife ran from you.
Come to the centaur. Fetch our stuff. Hence. I long that we are safe and sound aboard.
Faith, stay here this night. They will surely do us no harm. You saw they spake us fair, give us gold. Methinks they are such a gentle nation, that before the mountain of mad flesh that claims marriage of me, I could find in my heart to stay here and turn witch.
I will not stay tonight for all the town. Therefore away to get our stuff aboard.
I am sorry, sir, that I have hindered you, but I protest he had the chain of me, though most dishonoredly he does deny it.
How is the man esteemed here in the city?
Very reverent reputation, sir, of credit infinite, highly beloved, second to none that lives here in the city. His word might bear my wealth at any time.
Speak softly. Yonder, as I think he walks.
Tis so. And that self-chain about his neck which he forswore most monstrously to have. Good sir, draw near to me. I'll speak to him. Senior Antipholus, I wonder much that you would put me to this shame and trouble, and not without some scandal to yourself, with circumstance and oath so to deny this chain which now you wear so openly. Besides the charge, the shame, imprisonment, you have done wrong to this, my honest friend, with who but for stain on our controversy hath hoisted sail and put to sea Danette. This chain you had of me, can you deny it?
I think I had. I never did deny it.
Yes, that you did and forswore it too.
You heard me to deny it and forswear it?
These ears of mine, thou knowest did hear me. Fie on thee, wretch. 'Tis a pity that thou livest to walk where any honest men resort.
Thou art a villain! To impeach me thus, I'll prove my honor and my honor honest against thee present.
if thou darest stand. I dare and do defy thee for a villain.
Oh, him not! He is mad! Some get within him! Take his sword away! Bind Romeo too and bear them to my house!
Run, master, run! For God's sake, take a house. This is some priory inn, or we are spoiled.
Be quiet, people, wherefore throng guide you hither.
To fetch my poor distracted husband hence, let us come in, that we may bind him fast, and bear him home for his recovery.
I knew he was not in his perfect wits.
I am sorry now that I did draw on him.
How long have his possession held the man?
This week he hath been heavy, sour, sad, and much different from the man he was, but till this afternoon his passion ne'er break into extremity of rage.
Had he not lost much wealth by rapid sea, buried some dear friend? Had he else his eyes strayed his affection in unlawful love? A sin prevailing much in youthful men, who give their eyes the liberty of gazing. Which of these sorrows is he subject to?
To none of these, except to be the last, maybe that some love drew him oft from home.
You should have, for that, reprehended him.
Why, I did so.
But not enough.
As roughly as my modesty would let me.
Happily, in private.
And in assemblies, too.
But not enough.
It was the copy of our conference. In bed, he slept not for my urging. At board, he fed not for my urging. And alone, it was the subject of my theme. In company, I oft glanced at it. Still did I tell him it was wild and bad.
And thereof came it that the man was mad. The venom, the clamors of a jealous woman, poisons more deadly than a mad dog's tooth. It seems his sleeps were hindered by thy railing, and there becomes it that his head is light. Thou seest his meat is sauce with thy rings. Unquiet meals make all ill digestions thereof. The raging fire of fever granted, that's the fever, but a bit of madness. Thou sayest his sports were hindered by thy brawls? Sweet recreation, bard, what doth ensure but moody and dull melancholy gazing, grim and comfortless despair, and apprehensions a huge infectious troop of pale distemperatures and foes to life, in food, in sport, in life-preserving rest, to be disturbed would be man or beast. The consequences then of thy jealous fits have scared thy husband from the use of wits.
She never reprehended him, but mildly. When he pleased himself, rough, rude, and wily, why bear you these rebukes and answer not?
She did betray me to my own reproof. Good people, enter and lay hold on me.
No, not a creature enters my house.
Then let your servants bring my husband forth.
Neither. He took this place for sanctuary, and it shall privilege him from your hands till I have brought him to his wits again, or loose my labor in saying it.
I will attend my husband, be his nurse, diet his sickness, for it is my office, and will have no other attorney but myself, and therefore let me have him home with me.
Be patient, for I will not let him stir till I have us use the approved means I have, with wholesome syrups and drums and holy prayers to make of him a formal man again. It is a branch and parcel of mine oath, and a charitable duty of mine order. Therefore depart and leave him here with me.
I will not hence leave my husband here. It ill doth beseem your holiness to separate the husband and the wife.
Be quiet and depart. Thou shalt not have him.
Complain unto the Duke of his indignity.
Oh, come, go. I will fall prostrate at his feet and never rise until my tears and prayers have won his grace to come in person hither and take perforce my husband from the abyss.
By this, I think the dial points at 5. Anon, I'm sure the Duke himself in person comes this way to the melancholy vale, the place of death and sorry execution, behind the ditches of this abbey. town, beheaded publicly for his offense.
See where they come? We will behold his death.
Kneel to the Duke before he passed the alley! Kneel to the Duke!
Yet once again, proclaim publicly, if any friend shall pay the sum for him, he shall not die, so much we tender him.
Justice, most sacred Duke, against the abbess!
She is a virtuous and reverend lady. It cannot be that she hath done me wrong.
Oh, may it please your grace, Antipholus, my husband, who I made lord of me and all I had, at your important letters this ill day, a most outrageous fit of madness took him, that desperately he hurried through the street, with him his bondman, all as mad as he, be doing displeasure to the citizens by rushing into their houses, bearing thence rings, jewels, and things his rage did like. Once did I get him bound and send him home, whilst to take order for the wrongs I went, and here and there that had the ground of him, and with him his mad attendant and himself, each one with ireful push and drawn swords, met us again, and madly bent on us, and chased us away, till, rising more aid, we came, and to bind them, and they fled away, to this abbey, whither and here the abbot shuts the gate on us, and will not suffer us to fetch him out, nor send him forth that we may bear him hence. Most gracious Duke, with thy command, let him be brought forth and borne home hence for help.
What is that? Heard me in my wars, and I to thee engaged a prince's word when thou didst make him master of thy bed, to do him all the grace and good I could. Go, some of you, knock at the abbey gate, and bid the lady abbess have to be. I will determine this before I serve.
Oh, mistress! Mistress! Shift and save yourself! My master and his men are now broke loose between beating the maids a row and bound the doctor, whose beard they had singed off with brands of fire, and ever as it blazed, they threw on him great pails of puddled mire to quench the hair. My master breathed his patience to him, and while his man with scissors nicks him like a fool, and sure, unless you send some present help between them, they will kill the conjurer!
Peace, fool, thy master and his man are here! And that's false that thou dost report to us!
Mistress, upon my life, I tell you true, I have not breathed almost since I did see it. He cries for you, and vows if he can take you to scorch your face and disfigure you. Hark, hark, I hear him, mistress! Fly, be gone!
Come, stand by me, fear nothing. Guard with halberds.
Oh, me! It is my husband, witness you, that he is born about and witness you that he is born about invisible. Even now, we housed him in the abbey, here! He's there, past thought of all human reason.
Justice, most gracious Duke! Oh, grant me just, even for the service that long since I did thee.
Bless the fear of death that
When
make me
I
doubt.
bestrid thee in the wars and took deep scars to save thy life, even for the blood that then I lost for thee, now grant me justice.
Unless the fear of death doth make me dote, I see my son Antipholus and Dromio.
Justice, sweet prince, against you woman there. She, whom thou gavest me to be my wife, that hath abused and dishonored me, even in the strength and height of injury, beyond imagination is the wrong that she this day shameless hath thrown on me.
Discover how, and thou shalt find me just.
This day, great Duke, She shut the doors upon me, while she with harlots feasted in my house.
The grievous fault, say, woman, didst thou?
No, good my lord, myself, he and my sister, today did dine together, so befall my soul, and this were false, he burthens me with all.
Ne'er may I look on day, nor sleep on night, but she tells your highness simple truth.
O perjured woman, they are
O perjured woman, they are both forsworn. In this the madam justly charges them.
My liege, I am advised when I say, neither disturbed with the effect of wine, nor any rash provoked with rage and ire, albeit my wrongs might make one wiser mad. This woman this day locked me out from dinner. That goldsmith there, that goldsmith there, were he not packed with her, could witness it. For he was with me then, who parted with me to go fetch a chain, promising to bring it to the Porpentine, where Balthazar and I did dine together. Our dinner done, and he not coming thither, I went to seek him. In the street I met him. And in his company, that gentleman. And in his company, that gentleman! That I this day of him received the chain, that he did perjure this goldsmith to swear me down, that I did this day of him receive the chain, which God he knows I saw not. For the which he did arrest me with an officer, and I did obey, and sent my peasant home for certain ducats. He with none returned. Then fairly I bespoke the officer to go in person with me to my house. And by the way, we met my wife, her sister, and this rabble more of vile confederates. Along with them they brought one Pinch, a hungry, lean-faced villain, a mere anatomy, a mountebank, a threadbare juggler, and a fortune-teller, a needy, hollow-eyed, sharp-looking wretch, a living dead man. This pernicious slave, forsooth, took on him as a conjurer, and gazing in mine eyes, feeling my pulse, and as with no face, as 'twere outfacing me, cries out, I was possessed! Then, all together, they fell on me, and bound me, and bore me at home. And there in a dark and dankish vault at home, there they left me and my man both bound together, till, gnawing with my teeth, and my bonds in sunder, I gained my freedom, and immediately ran thither to your grace.
First world problems.
I beseech you to give me ample satisfaction for these deep shames and great indignities.
My lord, in truth, thus far I witness with him, that he dined not at home but was locked out.
But had he such a chain of thee, or no?
He had, my lord, and when he ran in here, these people saw the chain about his neck.
Besides, I will be sworn, these ears of mine heard you confess you had the chain of him, after you forswore it on the mart, and thereupon I put my sword on you, and then you fled into this abbey here, whence I think you are come by miracle.
I never came within these abbey walls. Never ever didst thou draw thy sword on me. I never saw the chain. So help me heaven, and this false you burden me withal.
Why, what an intricate image is this? I think you have all drawn Circe's cup. Here, you housed him. Here he would have been. If he were mad, he would not think so coldly. You say he dined at home.
The Duke, and all that know me in the city can witness with me that it is not so. I ne'er saw Syracusa in my life.
I tell thee, Syracusian, 20 years have I been patron to Antipholus, during which time he ne'er saw Syracusa. I see thy age and dangers make thee doze.
Most mighty Duke, behold a man in much wrong.
I see two husbands, or mine eyes deceive me.
One of these men is genius to the other, and so of these, which is the spirit. Who deciphers them?
I, sir, am Dromio. Command him away.
I, sir, am Dromio. Pray let me stay.
Asia, art thou not, or else his ghost?
Oh, my old master, who hath bound him here?
Where bound him? I will loose his bonds and gain a husband by his liberty. Oh, if thou beest the man that hast a wife once called Amelia, that bore thee hath burdened two fair sons. Oh, if thou beest the same Aegeon, speak and speak unto the same Amelia.
Why, here begins his morning story right. These two Antipholus, these two so alike, and these. And siblings, beside her urging of her wrack at sea, these are the parents of these children, which accidentally are met together.
If I dream not, thou art Amelia. If thou art she, tell me, where is that sun that floated with thee on the fatal raft? Oh, by men of the Epidamian. He and I, and the twin Dromio, all were taken up, but by and by rude fishermen of Corinth, and by force took Dromio and my son from them. And me they left with those of Epidamium. And then, what became of them I cannot tell. I to this fortune that you see me in.
Oh, Antipholus, first.
No, sir, not I. I came from Syracuse.
Stay, stand apart. I know not which is which.
I came from Corinth, my most gracious lord.
And I with him.
Brought to this town by that most famous warrior, Duke Menaphon, your most renowned uncle.
Which of you two did dine with me today?
I, gentle mistress.
And are not you my husband?
No, I say nay to that.
As do I. Yes, she called me so. And this fair gentlewoman here, sister, did call me brother. What I told you then, I hope you shall have leisure to make good, if this be not a dream and I see and hear.
That is the chain, sir, which you had of me.
I think it be, sir, I deny it not.
And you, sir, for this chain arrested me.
I think I did, sir. I deny it not.
I sent you money, sir, to be your bail. By Dromio, I think, but Dromio, I think he brought it not.
No, none by me.
This purse of ducats here, I received from you, and Dromio my man did bring them. I see we still did meet each other's man. I was ta'en for him, and he for me, and thereupon these errors arose.
These ducats pawn I for my father here. There, these ducats here. These ducats here I pawn for my father here. Here, take it, and much thanks for thy good cheer.
Oh, renowned Duke, vouchsafe to take the pains to go with us into the abbey here. The abbey here. Here, at large, discourse all our fortunes. All our fortunes, all that are assembled in this place, and by this sympathized one day's wayfarer, have suffered wrong. Go, keep us company, and we shall make full satisfaction. 33 years have I gone in travel of you, my sons, and till this present hour my heavy burdens are delivered. Oh, the Duke, my husband, my children both, and you, the calendars of their nativity. Oh, go to Gossip's feast and go with me, and so long grieve such nativity.
Upon my heart, I'll gossip at this feast.
Master, shall I fetch your stuff from shipboard?
Dromio, what stuff of mine hast thou embarked?
Your goods that lay at post, sir.
He speaks to me. I am your master, Dromio. Come, go with us. We'll look to that anon. Embrace thy brother. There, rejoice with him.
There was a fat friend at your master's house that kitchened me for you today. She shall now be my sister, not my wife.
Methinks you are my glass and not my brother. I see by you I am a sweet-faced youth. Will you walk in to see their gossiping?
Not I, sir. You are my elder.
That's a question. How shall we try it?
We'll draw cuts for the senior till then. Till then, lead first.
Nay then, thus. We came into the world like brother and brother, and now let's go hand in hand, not one before the other.